Go to TAPgiles.com to learn dreams, engage my services, and support the channel.
The other thing with doing something like this is all the sound effects, which are 3D, you probably won't be able to hear because they're so far away from the camera, and it uses the camera's position for the 3D-ness of those sound effects. So for example, these ones are all 3D, and they're like around here, but like we're way outside the range of this. So you probably want to turn off auto 3D panning for them, and then there'll be 2D or just normal sounds, but now I can still hear all the sound effects. So a giant radio, and we just have some static for this radio, and leave that not on 3D, not on 3D, so that it can always be heard. But maybe you want to say, it only kind of fades in depending on how close the player is. So if the player has like a tag saying listener, then this can have a trigger zone looking for the tag called listener, and we make that so while we're in this zone, then we'll power the radio static, so we don't hear it unless we're next to the radio. But then we probably don't want it to be such a harsh cutoff, so if we just make it a bit larger and then use L1 and R2 to drag out a fall off, so then when we're nearer this edge it will be quieter, and then it will get louder as we get into this inner zone. So as we approach it, it gets louder. Now it's full blast when we're right next to it over here. The two things that is cool about audio auto 3D panning is, first, the zone. So as you get closer to it, it gets closer to normal volume, which we can do with the trigger zone. The other thing is, if it's on the left of the listener or on the right of the listener, then it sounds different. But because the player is like way over here anyway, then none of these sounds will be to the left or right, they'll all be in front of it. So this doesn't actually get you much cool stuff anyway when you're doing isometric kind of view. So I'd recommend just doing this simple setup.
Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Go to patreon.com/tapgiles to learn something new every day.